everybody. Today I'm super excited. I'm gonna show everybody how to cook some duck. We're gonna do duck à la orange. So the girls have had duck bacon. They've never actually had duck. I'm pretty sure they're going to like it. It's not like chicken. It may look a little like chicken, but if you've never had duck before, it's definitely more decadent, flavorful. It is an oily bird, but it doesn't taste oily. So yeah, let's get to the ingredients. So we have to order our duck. We don't have it in the grocery store. We get it from Amaru Hill, which is, you know, they have a website. They have emu, which is the girls love. They have a lot of other kind of wild game. I think Dada just pulled up with all of them. So we'll go over the ingredients quickly. I am not going to do the mashed potatoes for the girls, but I'm going to do that for Dad and I. Probably not on the video. So we have some thyme up here. Let's see, we have nope, I lied. We have a ½ ounce of thyme. We have a whole shallot. We have 10 teaspoons split up right here of red wine vinegar. We have 2 oranges zested, and if you wash them under hot water, it takes the pith off of them. We also have 4 tablespoons of apricot jam. We have, so this is a HelloFresh recipe, 4 teaspoons of chicken stock concentrate. The HelloFresh recipe just calls for 2 parts or 2 units. 1 unit is 2 teaspoons, so I used 4 teaspoons. We have 4 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, which is up here in the corner. I have about 6 teaspoons of almonds, give or take. This is the zest from the orange. It's 2 whole oranges. And then I have 1½ teaspoons of sugar. The girls are now knocking on the door. Let me go let them in. Okay, so we're back. I have washed the duck and patted it so it's completely dry. My pan is fairly warm. So I have this on a paper plate and some paper towels. I salted and peppered it. I also had to pull out some feathers, believe it or not. So we're gonna stick the skin side down. I'm gonna leave this little guy on top here.
Mom, what are you doing?
I'm cooking your dinner, baby.
You are?
I sure am.
Look.
And this one down.
Oh, look at me.
Look at you. Oh, you look beautiful. I think I hear your puppies calling you. So we're going to put this, I'm going to put a little more pepper on this part of it. We're going to let this cook for 15 to 20 minutes, probably 20, because these are slightly larger duck breasts. So set a timer for 20 minutes. Now, this is enough to feed my husband, me, and the girls. The girls will probably only get that much of it, maybe. Possibly a little bit more, we'll see. So you're just going to leave this alone for 20 minutes, and then we're going to flip it over on the other side. But while this is cooking, we're going to make our salad. So let's get to that. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me over the sizzling of the duck and my children downstairs singing. So while the duck is cooking, you want to take your shallot, and we are going to put the salad, or the shallot, in a bowl with one of our bowls of vinegar. We're also going to add the 1½ teaspoons of sugar, and we're going to stir that up. Spoon. So that all of this can soak. This is going to be for our salad. It's just gonna pickle the onion, the shallot a little bit, which will give a nice little zest to our shallot. All right, and then we're just gonna set this aside. We're gonna let this soak and just set this aside. Anastasia is probably going to love this. It looks broken up enough. So yeah, we'll set this aside. We'll let that marinate. And then we're going to move on. There we go. 2 hours. So half of the orange that we had, this is going to be for the sauce for the duck. So 1/2 of the orange, nope, I did a whole orange because we had 2 oranges. So one of the oranges I squeezed into a bowl. So this is fresh squeezed orange juice. We're going to, I need this. We are going to add, let's see, our jam to the orange juice, our apricot jam or apricot. We are going to add our stock concentrate. I hear somebody coming up the stairs. I believe it's Annie. And we're gonna add, I'm cooking your dinner. Oh, good. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon. Okay. Add a little bit more since we have so much. 1 teaspoon of the orange zest. And I believe the rest of the vinegar too. And the other half of the vinegar. I'm going to stir that up. And this is going to be added, this is going to be our sauce once the duck is done cooking. So stir this up. Continue to let the duck cook. This is pure chaos. You look beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, you don't need a wig. You look beautiful anyway. All right, stay on this side, okay? It smells good, huh? Yeah, we're fine. And we're gonna let that sit until the duck is finished cooking. And we'll be right back. Okay, so our duck is done. I am letting it rest on the cutting board right now. So we're gonna throw in the pan, the same pan that we cooked in. I did drain out all of the duck fat into 2 small little bowls so it can cool off, little wooden bowls. Don't put it in glass or anything that's not heat resistant. We're gonna take our time and we're gonna throw that in the pan just so that it can brown really quickly. And then we're going to take our marinade that we made, throw that in there. Now, I'm still on medium heat. If you're on an electric stove, you can turn the heat down. Gas stove, I recommend keeping it on medium heat. I'm going to keep mine on medium heat. We're just going to let this simmer. So there's little pieces of apricot in there, which is totally fine. You can use a heat-resistant spatula like I have, or you can use a whisk that's heat-resistant, or really anything to stir this in there. Now, I did leave some of the little burnt bits in the bottom, which is going to just help flavor it even more. Turn the heat down just a touch. We're going to let this simmer for a few minutes. Let's see, 2 to 3 minutes. So I actually came across this. This is a HelloFresh recipe. I came across this during COVID. My my barbershop was shut down. So I didn't really have any income. I was, my husband was still working and making money. So he decided that he would just have food mailed here. Since he wasn't, living at home, he was working away from home still as a dredger. So we decided, yeah, why not? Let's try the HelloFresh. And we had just torn out our kitchen. So I didn't even have a kitchen. I had a 2-burner stovetop and a toaster oven that I was making this on. It is possible to make this on just one of those little electric burners. I made the entire meal on an electric burner, all of the meals I made. And they came out great. HelloFresh, I do like HelloFresh. I feel like there's only certain things that I like in HelloFresh. I don't like all of it. Which is why I stopped ordering it, because I can just buy my own ingredients. Because they give you these giant recipe cards. I'll show you. So this is the giant recipe card that came with it. And it has, you know, the entire recipe on the back. So I have a drawer full of all of my favorite recipes. So now I just buy the ingredients and cook my own. Which is super fun. So I hear my children singing. I hope it's not getting picked up on this. So see how it's getting kind of a little thicker? It's like getting congealed, I guess is the word. So we want to give it maybe 1 more minute. I know my kids really want ice cream tonight after dinner. I don't know if they're gonna get ice cream after dinner tonight. So we're gonna give it just another minute. But yeah, the HelloFresh, it was great. I feel like they may be changing their menu, but there's not a whole lot that I liked off of it. So why not just save the cards and buy it myself? Now, like I said, duck is very hard to come by in my area at the grocery store, so we order it from Amarillo Hills. But if you get it at your grocery store, that's great. I may do a few more other HelloFresh recipes. The one good thing about HelloFresh is they give you exactly the amount, so you're not measuring anything. You're literally just cooking. So it goes a little bit faster. So I just turned the heat off. It's a lot thicker now, and it'll get thicker still. So we're gonna add a tablespoon of butter. And once this butter melts, we're gonna take it off the heat. Yeah, COVID was a weird time. I just saw an update or a Facebook reminder that I knew where to get toilet paper, a civil place to get toilet paper if anyone was looking. Which now, looking back, like that seems like such a funny, weird, odd thing. But around, you know, at least in the United States, around the country, there were people that couldn't find any toilet paper. We did, because we got a little nervous that we wouldn't have any toilet paper. We installed a bidet to the upstairs, the master bathroom. But that was just like, it was a weird time. All right, so we're gonna let this sit and we're gonna throw our salad together and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back and we're gonna finish up our salad. So we're going to take our pickling solution, the shallot and the vinegar, and we're going to mix in our mustard. So it's Dijon mustard. So it's not spicy, just gives it a little bit of flavor. I'm gonna mix that right in with the vinegar. Uh-oh, somebody just got a "what did you just do" down there. I don't know if you heard it. All right, so we're gonna take that. We're also going to take another teaspoon of this orange zest. Now I zested the entire orange. You can save some of this. So that's a nice healthy teaspoon. I'm gonna save the rest of it. I'm probably gonna freeze it in case I ever need orange zest for anything and not an actual orange. We're gonna throw that in there. And it calls for a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm not gonna put any in there just because I don't think it's going to need it. We already salted the shallot and I don't want to put pepper in there because I don't want the girls to bite into a pepper. So we're gonna toss all of this in with our arugula, our almonds. Make sure that's on camera. I'm just going to put all of this. This is already washed. As the bag says, it was washed thoroughly. So I'm just going to throw this whole bag in there. Now, arugula is a little bit peppery tasting, so I'm curious to see if they'll even like this. Oh, I love the way it smells, though. It's just fresh. So we got that whole bag in there, and we're gonna separate our oranges. I probably could have done this while I was waiting, just so it's orange bits. You don't want like a whole half orange. So the girls are getting along quite well with the puppies. The puppies are still nibbling every now and again, so, you know, they get a little nervous sometimes around the puppies. You know, they don't want to get, they call it bit, which, you know, it's a little nibble, but the puppies are learning. I think they're playing basketball now, which means they're playing catch. Anna's not listening to Gwen. Any little orange juice, we're gonna throw it in there. Dump this whole. This is going to be our salad dressing as well. We're not gonna dress it. This is a dressed salad the way it is. And our almonds. Now I got the almond slices specifically because whole almonds still for the girls' age is still a choking hazard. So the sliced almonds aren't going to be a choking hazard for them. So I'm just gonna kind of toss it. And I think this is really gonna go really nicely with the duck. Like I said, I've had it before. It's the HelloFresh, and I absolutely love it. I got this bowl actually on Amazon, so if you like the bowl and the little flippy doos, the forks, I guess, check Amazon out. I'll put the link in the description for all of this stuff that I have. All right, so that's fairly mixed well. So now I'm just gonna go and plate the girls' plates. All right, so now we are going to plate this. There are like little pieces I think I'm gonna that weren't attached to this that I think I'm going to put on their plates too. But I'm literally just going to, I probably should grab a fork. So I'm just gonna cut off a little bit of this tip. Maybe that nice piece too. And a little bit of this one. We'll cut this one in half. So they're really not getting all that much duck. It's probably going to be like a ton of people that are like, oh my goodness, that's too much food. But it's really not too much. So I'm just gonna cut it into little bits. Cut that, leave that, do this one with this one. So I did give them some of the skin on there, which I think is the best part. Now I did have to defeather some of these breasts a little bit. We had slightly feathery, so it took me a little bit longer. I know the girls are probably screaming at Dada right now because they're so hungry. I even hear the girls yelling at each other. So these bites are pretty tiny. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you need to cut their food more. They're pretty small. Sometimes I do let the broccoli get away from me. And sometimes the broccoli isn't quite as small. I might cut this a little bit more. It's so tender though. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So that looks about the same. If they like it, I'll slice more off of that. And where did I put my spatula? I just got a spoon. So I'm going to take some of this nice sauce. See how thick it got on us? That's exactly what you want though. I'm just going to take some of the l'orange and just drizzle it over the top. I'm sure they'll love it. Being left-handed, I do everything backwards, I feel like. Yeah, so that's good. Oh no, they're getting so cranky because they're hungry. I'm so sorry. There we go. And we'll put a little bit of salad on these plates and they'll be ready to go. There's that. I better grab another orange for that other one. There we go. So that is duck l'orange for a toddler. We'll be eating soon, so I'll put that link in the description as well so you can see them trying it. Bye.